Ball and Boe are celebrating another chart-smashing success as their latest album Together in Vegas storms to number 3 on the UK charts this weekend. We caught up with the Terrible Two, as in terribly naughty and charming, to chat recently, and at the end of a moderately sensible interview, we did a quick-fire round based on some of the new album tracks. The result was as riotous as expected. To set the mood, I mentioned that at a recent film interview Tessa Thompson had revealed that her Thor co-star Chris Hemsworth smells like a baby's bottom. When I asked Bryce Dallas Howard what her Jurassic World co-star Chris Pratt smells like, she replied, "Yummy, juicy barbecue." So what do they think each other smells like? Michael reckons Alfie pongs like puppies. Mostly gorgeous and occasionally SHY. Alfie is a bit stumped but suggests burgers. Mostly your vape, before Michael jumps in, "I smell of success and talent." The album includes Luck Be Lady, so do they have any superstitions or lucky charms? Michael says, "I'm obsessed with them. I have to get dressed in a certain way. I have to smell nice for the ladies and gentlemen of the audience. You can't whistle around me." He turns to Alfie and laughs. He couldn't give a SHT. "We have to do our routine before we go on stage. The last thing we say to each other before we go on is 'love you.'" It's deeply touching when Alfie quietly replies, "Love you, too." They cover The Gambler, so what is the biggest risk either took? Michael says, "Sweeney Todd. People said it was the worst idea, the worst casting. Of course, they were proved wrong when he went on to win the 2013 Olivier Award for his performance in the classic Sondheim musical." Alfie says, leaving the Royal Opera House to go and do Broadway. "I'd wanted to get to the Royal Opera House all my career, and once I was there I wanted to go to Broadway. That was a big decision to make." Alfie's performance in Baz Luhrmann's 2002 Broadway production of La Boheme won him the Group Cast Tony Award. On the new album, the lads also cover Sway, so I ask who is the best dancer? Michael says, "We're on an even par, both rubbish, wouldn't you say?" Before Alfie cuts in, "I'm far better than you." Michael famously loves a bit of steps and especially S Club 7's iconic Reach, revealing, "I made him do it in the last concert." As Michael thrusts his hands in the air and sings Reach for the Stars, Alfie groans, "I'm not doing that again," and then, of course, joins in, complete with hands aloft. What about doing Strictly Come Dancing? The biggest shock of the interview is who jumps in next. It's Alfie who says, "I'd do Strictly. I'd love to do it. Give it a shot. I'll borrow the sequins off Michael." Michael speaks for all of us when he adds, "I'd love to see that." Grease, Olivia Newton-John on sexual tension with John Travolta. Julie Andrews Sound of Music co-star, "Like flogging a dead horse." Mary Poppins review, "Joyous show is practically perfect in every way since the album includes Just a Gigolo. I naturally want to know how much they think the other would charge." Michael is quick to reply, £4. 20 and a bag of chips, as they both collapse in fits of laughter. Keeping the tone as low as possible, "I also wonder what they can do all night long." Michael tells Alfie, "Don't look at me with those wistful eyes," before admitting all he does is sleep. Alfie adds, "I listen to music all the time, at night. Depending how I'm feeling, classical or rock and roll, some Elvis." Michael jumps in some of my solo albums. Only when Alfie needs to sleep, I suggest. The pair also cover A Man Without Love, So What Does Love Mean to Them? Michael says, love is thinking you'd rather have someone in your life than not. That your life is better for having them in it than not. That you are safe with them. Alfie adds, being a dad. My kids are everything to me, so that is the most I've ever been in love. The track That's Life lets us finish on the biggest question of all, the meaning of it all. Michael says, hope for the best, expect the worst and deal with it. Be open to new ideas and challenges and opportunities. Never close yourself off. Of course, you go through stuff, but if you're still standing and able to do what you love doing, you should celebrate that. Alfie adds, live in the moment, the second. Life begins tomorrow. That's what it's about. You can have a really bad day, but tomorrow is a new one and you start living it again. Ball and Boe new album Together in Vegas is out now.